Holy shit. Yes, fam. Good morning, first of all. And this is more of a documentation rather than an explanation video. If that's the same thing, then it is what it is. Nonetheless, the goal with this script, we needed to sort these players, right? Okay, we got, first of all, it's a tennis. First of all, it's a tournament. In GTA. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups, 10 groups that need to be sorted based on wins, losses, points allowed, and then the recently played game, but also accounting for head-to-head matchups so that the tiebreakers can be figured out. And that was the doozy of the whole thing. The head-to-head. Okay, so everything else can be sorted pretty doably based on pretty easily with just Google Sheets formulas, but handling all the head-to-head matchups, I couldn't figure out how to do via just Google Sheets formulas. So we went to the script. I'm like, okay, we can do this via script. No problem. And I'll explain that because it was kind of fun. Kind of. I don't even know if it's going to work or not. It hasn't been tested because there hasn't been enough games played yet. But I think it's going to work, and I'll explain it right now. So, you get your app script, you go Tools, Script Editor, you can write a script. You got a little button that says sort standings. Not a big deal. You get your basic variables, your spreadsheet, and the sheet you're using, kind of thing. Simple stuff. That's like set up whatever. You got all your named ranges, right? You got my named ranges to make it easy on using the stuff. Oh, did I even use that? No, I didn't use that. I did it over there. Yeah, okay, we're fine. Nonetheless, we get your named ranges. We establish those named ranges. Little function to get rid of the cell zero crap for the one column ranges. You have the head-to-head matrix. Handles all that. Hashtag first take, by the way. And then you get into the good stuff, right? So first up, we're gonna sort everything. So there's so many different records, right? All these different records, 2-0, 1-0, 1-1, 0-0, 0-1, 0-2. So you sort that, the unique records, to get the correct record order. So you want 2-0 first, and then 1-0, and then 1-1, and so on. So you sort it based on that. You put all those players with those records in those sub-arrays. So you have it's like a 2D array, an array of record arrays, basically, with player objects. Got the record wins, losses. Okay, yes, that's the. So this is a records array. With the record wins, losses, and then you have the players within that record array. So then you want to sort, those unique records correctly. So based on wins descending and then losses ascending. So you have the 2-0, 1-0, for example. And then you're going to add those players to the correct record. And then this is your player object. Not even a big deal. You get a group, name, record, wins, losses, points allowed. The latest game. So the latest game is going to be based on the most recent played game. And that's just a row number. For example, you got Jimmel, his latest game. Sorry, there's no headers, but it's my sheet. I can do what I want. His latest game is a 7, so his row number is Jimmel 7, right? So the bigger number is the more recent game. Nonetheless, so we added all those players into the correct record array in that unique records main array. Now you're going to sort the players within each record. Oh man, I guess that's an outdated comment. But so we do all that. We create a little function to get the head-to-head matrix record stuff. Basically, a way to parse this. We have that function now. And then we're going to go loop through the unique records. So you're going to loop through the 2-0, and then you're going to loop through the 1-0, and then so on. Excuse me. And you have the little temporary variable for the unique records players. So there's basically a way to. Do I even need that anymore? Actually, we're gonna say yes. Either way, it's basically a way to keep. It's yeah. No, I know I don't need this anymore, but actually, yeah, I don't need this anymore. So 2 seconds. Let's go. Unique records I dot players. It's nice to have it there, but I don't need it there. Head-to-head order. So unique records players J. And then players, yeah. So basically, we're getting the player. We're looping through the players array twice to get all the combos of the head-to-heads, right? So the basic idea is basically, as we see here, we're sorting every player combo in with the same record against each other. So we're going to find out their wins, their losses, their points allowed against each other, and then we're going to sort normally based on wins, losses, and points allowed on those two players. So we'll have A versus B, for example, A versus C, and then we'll have B versus C if it was just A, B, C. We're going to get those positions, and we're going to use the total positions as how to sort based on head-to-head. So, like for example, for this, A is better than B, A is better than C, B is better than C but worse than A, and C is worse than both of them. So the head-to-head totals will end up being 2, 3, and 4, and then we sort based on that, and that's how you can sort the head-to-heads if needed. And that right there is not very doable using just Google Sheets formulas. So we go over here and we do that. We ignore the times whenever you're on the same player. We just continue whatever. You're getting the player to compare, and you have the player up here that you're. So you have, for example, you have Loki and Golly. It's a sorted order, but it'll be Jimmel or whatever it'll be. It'll be the player, and then you're gonna find a player to compare it to. You're gonna get the head-to-head stuff. It's that stuff up here. We get the head-to-head stuff, and we're going to basically assign the values to each of the players, and then we're going to sort the two players based on wins, losses, points allowed, and then the latest game. Assuming this is all the same, then we just get whoever's played the latest, whoever played the first, whoever has played longest ago gets to be the winner of that head-to-head. Then we just simply say, we assign these values. So if the player 1, for example, is in the P in the 0 index, then they get 1. If they're in the second index, they get 2, and then vice versa. And then we sort. Now we can just sort normally based on points allowed, because we're already in the correct record, so we already know we're 1-0. We basically sort based on points allowed, and if that's the same, we sort based on head-to-head. Their head-to-head array. Does that work? Yeah, it probably will work. Does that work? If their points allowed are the same, then we sort it based on. Yeah, that works. We sort the people that are based on. That'll be fine. And then we sort it. So then if the head-to-heads are the same, then we just simply sort based on the latest. And there you go. There's your sorted range. We put that sorted range in this little slot. This little slot goes over here to this. It gets filtered here, and as well as in the groups. And there's Bob's Your Uncle. That was some Gucci grain banger of a Wednesday morning at 9:30 a.m. stuff. Pretty excited. Yeah, thanks for watching. Yep, it was good.